But back to the as is, HUD does not repair these items. This property is sold in its as is condition. As is. And kind of piggybacking on what they said, I actually, and we did cancel, they did cancel. I had a same thing, a property was in escrow, and we went to go inspect it, and there was no kitchen and no bath. We knew that. And then 15 days later, we went to go inspect it again, and there was a brand new IKEA kitchen and bath. I couldn't believe that there was a kitchen and a bath in this property, and nobody fessed up to it. I called the buyer's agent, called the buyer, nobody. And I was twofold curious. I was curious on why would you go into somebody's property and improve it. And secondly, I wanted that contractor's information because I don't know a contractor that can do a bath and a kitchen in 15 days. So I really wanted that information. Didn't get it. But that property did cancel. And they will cancel. I am bad at that, and I'm good at that because I don't want to lose my account for any reason. And you guys have to know, as of July of last year, so it's been a whole year that by law we needed CO detectors and smoke detectors, correct? These properties, 9 times out of 10, do not have CO detectors, and they don't probably have smoke detectors. But here's what I do. Well, here's what I tell you guys. You need to interview and qualify the buyer, the lender, and the property. Because maybe your buyer absolutely loves that property. But if their ratios, it happened to me story is the client went in, they saw the property, they loved the property, and they did their home inspection, and again, these properties don't have utilities on, so when the utilities were on, the home inspector went out there and they did their inspection of it. They found out that the AC didn't work, there was electrical problems, and the roof was an issue. Well, that buyer was barely qualifying at their ratio amounts. So put on all those other stuff that the lender wanted done, and they wouldn't qualify. So that buyer and that house it wasn't a match. So, sorry, but if you educate your buyer in the beginning, you're not going to have any problems. Your lender really needs to know that, hey, this is a HUD-owned property. And what they tell me is, I know we've done FHA all the time. You didn't hear me. I said this is a HUD-owned property. HUD-owned means you can't touch it. It is being sold in its as-is condition. Don't even go and put a battery-operated smoke detector in my property, because if you put one in there, I kid you not, I will report it. And we've had, all day long I report it. And I know that it sounds tedious, but as long as you educate, there won't be a problem and you won't need to do that. I get plenty of calls from appraisers saying, I'm going back to reappraise the property where all the issues done. No, they weren't done. The house is sold as is. And what that means is you guys as agents, not you guys, because you guys will never have that problem now that you're here. But agents out there that have not come to our trainings, they don't realize that they should say, I'm going to say Chase and Wells because those are the sponsors. I'm going to say Chase and Wells officers, I want you to know that this is a HUD-owned property. that means absolutely no repairs can be made to this property. They're going to make note of it. They're going to probably hold back in a smoke detector. I see 1.5% held back. It's a done deal. It's not a big deal. Where the big deal comes in is where you guys make your stress my stress. Don't make my life stressful. Just communicate with everybody and let everybody know in the beginning, and you guys will be good. Very easy transaction. And now that you guys know this, you won't have that issue. You guys can let your lenders know as well.